Good morning. Welcome, yogis. We're going to begin today just lying on your back and letting go. If you are using the music playlist, this is a good time to get it started. Your legs could be outstretched, or if that is a little much for your back first thing, then just bend your knees, feet on the mat. One quality we will work with today is opening and receiving. Relax around your breath. There's an image in the Zen tradition of the empty cup. If our cup is full of our ideas and identities, our definitions of what is, it can be hard to receive. It can block us from what's possible. Feel yourself as an empty vessel, very open. And something that speaks to you. Maybe you visualize a beautiful crystal bowl that is your body and your spirit, very open and clear. Or maybe it's something like a wooden cup or a pottery vessel. Maybe it's a opening in the earth. Take a moment to visualize yourself as an open space, an open vessel. Throughout our practice, we'll come to this place of receiving, of opening. Bring your full awareness to this place of rest, preparing and opening. Slowly open your eyes. If your legs are out flat, bend your knees and bring them to the mat. Hands come behind the head. Some of you have heard I'm learning about the vagus nerve, about ways to release our nervous system. So we're going to do an exercise that helps to release our nerves and in turn, some of the deeper neck muscles. So take a moment to roll your head side to side and just notice if there's any restriction in your neck, see what you feel. And then this will just be help us to see if there's any effect from the eye exercise that we do. Center your head, eyes are softly open, and head stays centered, so not turning the head, just look your eyes all the way to the right. Eyes are comfortable, and we're staying in this position for 30 to 60 seconds. You may get a little indication in your body that the exercise has worked. And the indication may be like a sigh or a breath with a few stages to it. It might also be a yawn or a swallow. And if those things happen, you may just close your eyes until we go to the next side. You may also notice the side neck muscles softening. Just another moment with eyes to the right. Close your eyes and let's explore the left side. So very simple, the head does not turn, but the eyes are looking all the way to the left. This is a really simple, very effective take-home exercise if you want to do it. I often do it a couple times a day. So we're looking to the right and then just seeing if there's this natural sign like the sigh, the yawn. Sometimes I get like a half a swallow, relaxing in the throat. Another moment here, eyes to the left. Nice. Soften your eyes. Straighten your legs and reach your arms overhead. Tuck chin to the chest and lengthen the back of your neck toward your hands. Point your tailbone down to your heels and just do a little walk. Your heels 1 inch forward at a time, getting longer. Rotate your head side to side. And then we'll take Shavasana and just turning your head, see if you have an effect from the eye exercise. Bring hands behind the head, walk knees into chest, and we're coming into Yogic Bicycle. A little bit of core to help us warm up. In your pace, we've got elbow to knee, opposite elbow to knee. Activate through the foot as it extends. Soften head into your hands and lead the movement not from the front neck muscles, but from the mid abdomen. Lower front ribs are reaching toward the opposite thigh. Relax as you find your challenge point. We're going to take 3 more breaths. Bend your knees, give them a hug, and come on up. We'll make our way into table pose, hands and knees. Tuck your toes under, shift your hips back, stretch out under your feet. Your hips could move a little side to side. Shift forward and we'll warm up the wrists in the same way, just a little bit side to side. One more time for the feet, lots of awareness. Yeah, once more for the hands. Yeah, getting very clear. Maybe you come back into that empty vessel visualization. All right, we're gonna take a lion's breath movement through a cat and cow. Starting with cat, breathe in, round your spine, curl your chin to the chest. Breathe out, back bend, and lion's breath. Staying on that movement, breathe in, lift your spine. Breathe out, stick out your tongue and roar. Lion's breath is kind of a ha, guttural sound from your throat. Really opening up your tongue, open your jaw. Last round. Back into child's pose. Give your wrists a break. Turn your palms up, wiggle the fingers. With the palms open, come to the empty vessel visualization. Sometimes things that I'm familiar with, like yoga, I don't always realize how much, how full I am, how much baggage I might bring that can get in the way. So just being open to a new level. Empty vessel. Rise up into table. Balance with your right leg back. Reach the leg long, breathe in. Exhale, knee to shoulder for a side crunch. Inhale, lengthen out. We'll stay on the side movement. Exhale to the side. Breathe in, lengthen. Exhale, side crunch. Last time, long. Drop the toes to the mat and cross them behind you to the left. Take a long side stretch. Right toes are tucked under. Gaze to the left and breathe through the right side of your torso. Place right knee down to table. Inhale, left leg back. Exhale, side crunch. On that movement, left foot is active. And when the leg reaches back, shine your heart all the way forward. With the leg long, drop the toes, cross them back to your right, creating this long side bend. Look over right shoulder. Minimize back bending, so a little core might lift the belly slightly upward. Nice job. Knees to mat. Curl your toes and rise up into a forward fold. Keep your knees bent for starters. Sway a little bit side to side. One leg may be straighter while the other bends more. And finding a movement side to side. Plant your feet and rise to stand. So we're going to get into the Dragon Goddess Mandala flow. And first, we're just going to go through the poses in that flow, and then we're going to start to connect everything. Find Tadasana at the head of the mat, tall, connection with the earth, with your breath. Reach your arms up. Exhale, we're going to make dragon wings. Bend your elbows. Yeah. So just like that, breathing in, reach up. And if you'd like to add the roar, that's a lion's breath. Sticking out the tongue. One more like that. Arms high, inhale. Exhale, forward fold, all the way down. Inhale to a flat back. Dragon wings are an option. Yeah, exhale down to the mat. Inhale, step back to plank. Tap knees down if you want, and exhale halfway down. Hover with your arms. Inhale, open your heart. Elbows slightly back. Exhale, come to hands and knees. An option for down dog or stay in table. Place your right foot forward, coming into a lunge. We've got a moment to create the lunge, warming into it. This might be a bend and straighten in the front knee. It could be lifting and lowering your hips, easing into the hip flexor area where thigh meets the front pelvis. Nice. I'm gonna actually, you stay where you are. I'm gonna flip so that I can face the camera for the transition. Nice. So with the back knee up or down, we're gonna create the dragon pose. So that's a lunge with the arms up as you breathe in. Breathing out, roar, make your wings. Nice. Arms high once again. Exhale, touch the mat. And this transitions us into the goddess pose. So we'll lift the back foot, ground the heel, and turn toward the long edge of the mat. Angle your toes out and warm into your hips. Yeah, so our goddess movement, straight legs, arms reach up, same idea. Exhale, lunge the knees and roar. Yeah, real nice face stretch. Do that again. Stay low, hands to knees, little cat and cow for your spine. Nice. Touch hands to the mat and walk over to your left foot. That'll bring us more toward the circle. Step yourself back into downward dog or table. We'll take left foot forward, warming into the second side of the lunge. So a little movement with that knee. We've got time to find alignment. The feet are hips distance apart, providing stability when you rise in your lunge. With the back knee up or down, lift up for dragon. Exhale, roar. Tuck the back toes under and we'll try a hands free. Rise up, pivot the back heel, turn to long edge of mat. Bend your elbows. There's our goddess pose. Hands to thighs. Now let's just twist it out. One shoulder forward, one shoulder back. All right, so we're going to be connecting all of that into a full circle. If you turn to your right, you're back where you started, hands to the mat. Your choice to take a vinyasa or take a moment to be steady in downward dog. Maybe you want to turn up your music. We'll have some time to really move and get in the flow. Start with three-legged dog on your right side. Inhale, lift back. Exhale, step through. Dragon, back knee up or down. Inhale, rise. Exhale, roar. Plant left heel, turn to the left. Inhale. Exhale, roar. Hands to thighs. We have a little cat and cow moment. Moving from your low belly, opening it up. After your heart opens, turn over left footprint, touch the mat. Inhale back, sit the plank. Take your flow or meet us in downward dog. Right leg is going to lift again. That takes us full circle. Inhale, right leg back for three-legged dog. Exhale, come into lunge. Dragon, rise up, inhale. Exhale, roar. Turn to your left, goddess pose. Breathe in, reach up. Exhale, roar. Stay in goddess, hands to thighs, ring out your spine with the twist. This is one of those poses where your shoulders can shrug a little bit up to your ears to help make more space in your spine. Turn to your right, touch the mat, flow or chill. And that was one side, one full circle. And now we'll go the other direction. Left leg for three-legged. Inhale. Exhale, step through. Trust your feet so you can rise. Inhale. Exhale, roar, and empty out. Pivot to your right. Inhale. Exhale, roar. Inhale, straight arms, straight legs. Exhale, bend right knee down to the mat. Inhale, back to plank. Take a flow or take a moment to be steady. Empty vessel, opening up inside. Left leg, three-legged, inhale. Exhale, step to lunge. Dragon, inhale and exhale. Turn to your right, goddess pose, inhale. Exhale. Inhale, straight arms, straight legs. Exhale, hands down around the right foot. Step yourself back. A moment to flow or rest. Drinking in your breath. Extra strength on your exhales. We'll take one more full circle, right leg up. Inhale for three-legged. Exhale into your lunge. Dragon on your breath, rise up. Exhale, roar. Plant left heel, inhale for goddess. Exhale, bend knees, roar. Inhale, straight arms, straight legs. Exhale, down over left foot. Step back to plank, flow or not. Right leg, three-legged. Exhale, find the lunge. Moving with your own pace. After goddess, straighten legs and arms, get taller. Exhale, down over left foot. Make your way to plank and flow or rest. Last full circle on your left side. Three-legged dog, inhale. Exhale, lunge. Rise. Lengthen your exhale, stay an extra moment, emptying out. Yeah, same thing for your goddess. Extra attention to your exhale. Straight arms, straight legs. Exhale over right footprint. Flow or rest. Left foot back for three-legged dog. Exhale into lunge. Dragon. Pivot for goddess. Nice job. Stay in your goddess pose. Bring hands together by your heart. We'll take a longer hold, relaxing with the breath. Shoulders soften down the back. Invite breath through the lower and mid-rib area. Nice work. Straight legs. Change the angle of your feet for a forward fold. So feet become parallel instead of turned out toes. Hands behind your back. Open up your heart. Reach the knuckles back and breathe in. Exhale, forward fold. Legs are 98% straight. This also means they have a slight bend to prevent hyperextending in the back of the knee. I will say that I have micro-bent my knees for a decade plus, so sometimes I don't do that, and I just give a little stress to the back of my knees to generate healing in the knees. Place hands down to the mat. Walk your heels closer in, bend the knees, and we're coming into yogic squat. Shift side to side through the feet, opening up. Some of us, it's really opening for our calves and foot fascia. And for others of us, it's a deep spine opener, low back opener. Your choice to stay working in your squat or explore the crow. Palms touch the mat for crow. Hands are a lot like plank. A decent bend in the elbows will help shock absorb as you balance. Gaze forward of your fingers. That will help to prevent somersaulting. Knees might hug toward the midline, hugging against the back of the arms. There could be opportunity to lift one foot or one toe, or maybe more. We'll take a few more moments to breathe and also bring the empty cup mentality into our pose. Nice. Just go ahead and have a seat. Let's connect our feet for Baddha Konasana, the cobbler's pose. Place your right hand down to the mat, slightly behind you for a side stretch. Reach the arm up, slightly back as you open up. And fan the arm more to your right and then forward. Yeah. And we'll take that over to the other side. You might support with your hands, taking some body weight into the hands. Left hand to your side and slightly behind as you stretch up. You may invite a little neck movement, rotating slightly up and down. Stretch the arm forward. Take your time, moving both hands to the mat in front of you. Opportunity to take that sequence once more on each side. Or if there's a part of this flow, maybe you really enjoyed the forward folding aspect, feel free to personalize. Take choices based on what you observe in your body. If you're doing one side or two sides, time for the second side. Slowly make your way up. Cross your ankles. We've got a moment to center. Come to your breath, a sense of openness. Visualize the interior of your body and your subtle body as this open vessel. Slowly open eyes. Let's make our way into plank. We're headed toward a headstand cycle, so we're going to work more towards that. Ground your elbows for a forearm plank. Space your feet about 1 footprint apart and windshield wiper your heels side to side. And just get in touch with the full 360 degrees of your core and how that relates to the connection of your shoulders on the sides and back of your ribs. With heels all the way to the right, Stretch left arm upward. Ground into your right elbow and make space between your shoulders and your neck. Explore the other side with left elbow down, pivot your feet, rise up. Little trick, your bottom knee could always tap down if it's a little extreme feeling for your shoulder. Nice, both elbows down. Let's take one more on each side. If you would like to stack your feet, that can be a next level of challenge. Or staggered feet is a little less challenge. Yeah, one more on your left side. With top arm reaching up, we're stretching space, not shrugging the bottom shoulder up to the ear, but lifting out of that. You might feel the back of the shoulder blade hug closer to the back of your ribs. Nice, down to the mat, lower your belly. Reach the arms behind you for a full locust. Karate chop the arms up. Stretch your feet long, lifting up. Open heart forward. Flexible space in the top of the chest, moving as you breathe. As you inhale, widen arms and legs like a capital letter A. Exhale, hug together. Really squeeze in. Yeah, let's breathe like that, opening wide and squeezing in. Nice job. Relax, belly to mat, chest down. Your hands could create a pillow for your head to rest. Press yourself up and have a seat. I'm going to take us through 3 stages of Shavasana, or the headstand. And I'll just do each stage with a little break after it. And if you would like to just practice at your own pace or repeat one of the earlier stages, those are different ways to work toward the headstand. All right, I've got a wall nearby. A lot of you guys know about using furniture. I'll pull a chair out too so you can see that. That'll be for the second stage, using maybe you have a couch nearby or a chair to use. First step, we're going to create the dolphin pose. If you're by the wall, hands are going to be maybe 6 inches away from the wall. Bring your forearms down, weave your hands together and plant them into the mat. We'll plant our head as well. Expand your wrists further apart and place the back of your head in the basket of your hands. So the crown of your head is on the mat, and then you'll lift your knees like downward dog. It'll feel a little more compact than down dog, but try to go upward by rooting your elbows. You might play with shifting to tiptoes and then pressing back through heels to open up your hamstrings and calves. That's our first stage. If you want to stay here, that's an option, or tap your knees down to take a rest. Second phase will be using our feet, either on the wall or on furniture. So I'll show, if you have a chair or a couch, your feet will just be right at the edge of that. So you're measuring the distance of the legs, and that's where the crown of the head is going to go. So keeping track of the measurement, create the basket of your hands, bring the crown down, ground the elbows. And overall, you're trying to take weight in the elbows, so it's not all on your head. There is a little weight on the head, but not all of it. So repeating the dolphin, or you may like to walk up onto your furniture. One or both legs could float. We have time to breathe, to feel what's here, and also release what's not here. Release thoughts of the past, release stories about your own body, opportunity to rest or just stay in your process. For the third phase, I'll show the full headstand at the wall. I've shared, I often feel that the more vertical I get, the easier the workload is, but the higher of the risk. It feels more wobbly, but once our weight is all the way stacked, the pose gets easier, or some things about the pose get easier. All right, so similar steps. And it's always welcome if you just want to watch the process, if you're newer to it as well. So maybe 6 inches between my fingers on the wall, coming through dolphin shape. And next is really stacking the blocks, getting hips as above the elbows as I can, rooting the elbows. And then some of us lift a straight leg. That's one way to take the shape up. Another way is to kind of ball up your knees, and with knees bent, getting the hips above the foundation of the pose. Bringing fresh perspective, a fresh state of mind to feel what's here. Open up. We'll take a longer child's pose whenever you're done with the headstand. Hands come back beside your feet so you can rest. There could be some deeper breaths, inhaling through the nose and exhaling through your open mouth. Bring hands under your shoulders and press yourself up. Sit. Another moment to feel what's going on in your body and your energy. In the cross-legged position, take your right leg. A couple shapes you might want to try for a hip stretch. You could have ankle on the thigh for a half lotus shape where you've got kind of a diagonal. It's normal for that knee to be somewhat high. A pillow could always fill it in. We also have the fire log pose where your shins are parallel and stacked on top of each other. And since you have there's 6 members of the hip rotator muscle group. So depending on how you angle that leg, you'll access different parts of your hip rotators. Choose your hip stretch, and then we'll start to stretch the neck. Take your right fingertips to the side and tilt your head down to your left. There can be a little movement where you gaze slightly upward and then slightly down, opening the side of the neck. Keep your head relaxed to the side and tuck your right arm behind your back. Option to rest left hand on the side of your head. There's a contract relax technique where you would push the right side of your head into your left hand, and that would create some engagement in the side right neck muscles. And then you release, coming back, moving right ear further away from the right shoulder. We'll finish with the Levator Stretch. Rotate your nose so you're looking down at your armpits and bring the left hand more to the back of your head. Keep sitting tall with your right shoulder moving down and back. And breath comes all the way in and all the way out. Release slowly from the neck stretch. And a couple of choices to finish this hip stretch. You could prop your hands behind you if your low back is a little bit tired, or you could fold forward, working it's like you're closing the book covers, moving your belly closer to your thighs. One more deep breath in this pose. Plant your hands and walk yourself up. Change your legs. The opposite side of whatever version you did, whether it was more of the half lotus with the ankle closer to the top of your thigh, or the fire log with our shins parallel. You've got the cushion, so sometimes filling in under the knee will feel really good. Tall in your spine, reach the left arm out and down. Tilt your head to your right. A very gentle nod, head slightly up, slightly down, as you feel the stretch through the left side neck. Second phase of the stretch, take your left arm, rotate it into the small of your back. Right hand could rest on the left side of your head. This is where we could take the contract relax technique, where your head will lift into your hand, and that creates engagement in the left side of your neck. And then you release. Without pulling, we're just opening from the back of the left ear through the side of the neck. Left shoulder releases down and gently back. Turn your nose, point nose down toward right armpit, right hand more toward the back of your head. Relax the top of the thighs. Let the head of the femur sink down toward the floor. Knees heavy. Right shoulder down and back. Soften arms. And finishing hip stretch, we have option of hands behind your back. If low back is feeling tender, just press it forward, creating more length in your spine, or you may wish to fold forward, bringing belly closer to the thighs. Watch your belly move for one more breath. Plant your hands as you sit tall. Stretch legs out. We're coming into the forward fold, Paschimottanasana. There could be slight bend in the knees. This reduces some of the hamstring stretch, but reduces pulling on your spine. So if you have a tender back, you may like to bend your knees and just stretch your torso forward. A few breaths as you ease in, opening up the upper back. Sometimes it feels like I could stay here forever. So if you're just getting started, you're more than welcome to stay in this pose. When it feels finished, we'll lay down and take a final twist. As you get settled on your back, you might want to have a sweater or a blanket around so that you're warm enough in Shavasana. And I'll leave it up to you. Here's a few twisting options. See what feels right. With the knees bent, you may take your knees both to the right. There's also a cross-leg version where left knee would be on top of the right as your knees twist to the right. Twist the other direction. In the twist, the breath is a contract and relax mechanism. When you breathe in, that's actually the contraction of your diaphragm. It very slightly shortens the mid-low back. And when you breathe out, that's the relax, feeling your spine lengthen into the twist. Center your body. I'm actually going to give us one more pose, a little bridge to release our neck after the inversion. So let's plant our feet, tuck the shoulder blades under the back, and rise up. If you'd like to lift and lower for a breathing bridge, go right ahead. Back of the head presses just barely into the mat, helping to reinforce the structure of your neck. Lower hips slowly and hug knees to chest. If there are last movements you want to take, feel free to do that. And then join us in Shavasana, deep relaxation. Return to your visualization of yourself as an empty vessel. With eyes closed, it's a way of emptying out our brain, our mental space, our nervous system. Allow yourself to release this empty vessel. Drink in your breath. Twinkle fingers, toes. Stretch out your face. Raise eyebrows. Open your jaw, your tongue, the sides of the nose. Prune your face together and then stretch it open. Bend knees and take a slow transition. Roll on your side. With your hands, press yourself up. We'll finish with the tension release breath in a comfortable sitting position. This is from Swami Rudrananda. We'll have our hands out to the side. This can also be done sitting in the chair. When you breathe in, feel and visualize your breath through the nose, over the forehead, and down the throat to fill up your heart center. You might pause with a full inhale. And with the exhale, this is a rinsing out from your heart, down your arms, out the hands. So we're using awareness and breath to clear ourselves out in our subtle body. When you breathe in, you might swallow to soften the throat as your breath drops into the heart space. A deep release of any stress, any congestion, any concerns in your mind, and kind of like a flowing stream or waterfall, we're just tracing our breath through the body. We have a phrase, if you'd like to repeat it, taught by Rudi. I consciously wish to release all negative psychic tension. I consciously wish to release all negative psychic tension. And we finish up by brushing off the hands. You might flick the fingers, whatever is a gesture for you, clearing yourself off. Hands together by the heart. Thank yourself for finding this time to practice and ask yourself what you'll be taking with you through the rest of your day. Thank you for sharing your practice. Namaste.